So reality check, AI in HR. I mean, we already kind of discussed some of this, but you have any other juicy tidbits in terms of your own experience and
Oh,
your
yeah.
own? I know that you've been studying
I
this,
hope you're
so
thirsty.
give us
There's
a
a lot of
reality check.
juice. Yeah. So we actually just finished.
Squeeze the juice.
Yeah. If for those of you who don't know, and I don't expect everybody to, because Aptitude's a boutique research firm where we focus on HR transformation, talent technologies. And I just finished this study of the adoption of AI in HR. And we have found that there's been a significant step back in the HR leadership about their approach to AI. And I think it's connected to the rapid advancement of new AI capabilities, like generative AI, as an example. Just going to have people taking pause, right? So the interesting thing here, though, is it is like, because we ask, like, why, what are the obstacles to adoption? And although, like, concerns with bias is high up there, the number one reason why we are seeing this slow in adoption are gaps in HR's understanding of AI and automation. So it's
Mm.
not necessarily that they're like, oh, no, 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 we don't want bias, although that is like one of the top three. The number one by a significant margin is actually just gaps in understanding. The thing that's interesting to me there, David, is we also see I asked, what are you expecting for investments in AI for HR over the next year? And 62% are expecting an increase. That is a huge number, right? 62% expecting an increase in investment. And so the question that's in front of us is, what are we going to do about it? If we are
Yeah.
recognizing that the biggest obstacle to adoption is a gap in understanding, but we also see in a year like this year where we've had to cut and save in a lot of different places, we are seeing a huge increase in investment in this specific area. We're going to have to figure some stuff out, right? We're going to actually have to lean into our ignorance, which HR I don't think is always very good at.
Oh
We are
man.
going to have to try to really get an understanding of what these capabilities are and how they work. You had said earlier, like, maybe we need to have like a person in HR who can help us understand this. Like, well, yeah, we do need subject matter experts, deep subject matter experts in different areas like operations and process and tech. I think that like AI literacy is a new core competency for HR. So it can't be
Mm.
one person or one team that understands these things. The entire rank and file of the HR organization has to at least be AI literate. What do you think?
I love that. AI literacy, like that term, that concept is not a concept that I've heard much of at all. And yet it's obvious in retrospect that it's something that we should be talking about. It's something that we should be talking with our teams about. It's something that we should be screening for when we're hiring new candidates who are coming to join a team. If we're adopting, 60% of us are going to be adopting new HR technologies powered by AI. My gosh, if we don't have that HR literacy, I imagine that could be a
Well,
dangerous
here's what
field to
happens,
play.
right? You ask people, like, what are you trying to accomplish with AI over the next year? And they'll say something like improving employee experience, which, because that sounds nice, it's a catch all, there's a lot of stuff there. But then when you ask them, for those who actually did invest in those areas over the last year, which we did ask this, there was something like 6% that said that they actually had a high impact in employee experience as a result of their AI for HR programs. And so it's like,
Hmm.
if you don't know exactly what you can do and how you're going to do it, you're not going to actually have an impact. You're just going to spend that budget that you've been given, which, guess what? It comes up on the chopping block whenever we have another downturn. So,
My
right,
gosh.
it's like we never have the resources that we need in HR and talent. We are always overburdened, right? But then here we have an example to significantly upgrade our operating capacity. And I don't know if we're going to make the most of this opportunity.